Hello there, it's Mia, and today I'll be turning mushrooms into girls. The first mushroom is a very common one, and it's the fly agaric or Amanita muscaria mushroom. You might have learned something already, because although they are a very known mushroom, I had no idea what the name of it was. The mushroom is mostly known to be red, but it can also come in a more peachy color. On top of the red, it's filled with white dots and also has a white stem. The beauty of this mushroom just steals my heart away. Though it is a beautiful mushroom, it is poisonous. Depending on habitat and the amount ingested per body weight, you might have mild nausea to sweating and salivation. Some people who would suffer from intoxication are shown to have headaches for up to 10 hours upwards, so it's quite clear that you don't even want to think about eating those. For my mushroom girl, I wanted to make her a more cheeky or mean person to show her deadly side despite her beauty. Since the stem is white, I wanted to make her skin as bright as possible. I also added the frilly part of the mushroom on her wrists as a part of her skin to add more cuteness, even though she's crazy. Since the fly agaric appears to be somewhat plump, I wanted to make her dress poofy. Puffy skirts somehow just suit mushroom characters, and I love it. I made her more on the thinner side to complement her poisonous side. To add a bit of motion, I made her hair move. I think it's nice when there's art and more action. The hair I made brown, there's no big reason for it. I also made her hair nice and poofy, and I'm just in love with it. Since she's a mushroom girl, she obviously needs a mushroom hat. There's just no mushroom girl that exists without one. This mushroom is filled with the white spots, so I put it on her mushroom hat, of course, and also on her dress. When I look at her now, she doesn't look just mean. She's like a pure villainess. I also usually see with mushroom girls that they all appear to be cottagecore, which I do think makes sense. I saw on Instagram and Pinterest these kinds of characters, and I knew I just had to make some. I also need to apologize for the hand that I drew. I know it doesn't look like a hand, more of a blob, but I'm slowly trying to get out of my comfort zone of avoiding drawing them. This is the final result of the Amanita muscaria. I personally love the way she turned out. I feel like her personality suits the mushroom so well. Also, I just had to say that Amanita reminds me of the name Anita. You needed to know that. Trust me. The second one is a hard one to pronounce, so please don't criticize me for it, but it's called Mycena Chlorophos. If you didn't know what that was, they're the glowing mushrooms. I'm just so tired of these scientific names. Why can't people just make life easier? This mushroom appears to be grey in the daytime, but in the night it emits a pale green light. It's just so crazy that nature itself can do things like this. Apparently, according to Google, they are not poisonous, but I'd probably not eat them anyway. Now let's talk about the character. Since it's a glowing mushroom, it obviously needs to be nighttime. Because this mushroom glows in the dark, I gave her some dark skin to complement her. When I thought of the mushroom, I thought that she might be a more strong and independent character because the fungi has more abilities. She's a character filled with wisdom and a bit of strength, so I made her arms somewhat muscular. I also don't have anything inspired for her hair. I made her hair quite thick and dark blue to complement the nighttime. At the start, I wanted to make her dress a purple color, but then decided to make it green to complement the mushroom cap. The same with her eyes. Besides the color of the dress, I have no big reason for the design of her dress. I made her dress sleeveless and added some frills to the bottom of it. Because she's the glowing mushroom, I had to add some glow. I tried to add some of the reflection light on her arms, hair, and a bit on her dress. I also need to say, you know mushroom gills? The patterned thing right underneath the cap, I think is just one of the most satisfying things ever. Just look at that! And the feeling when you touch it, it's the best. Do you like mushroom gills? Tell me in the comments. And this is the Mycena Chlorophos mushroom. I found that in some Bonin lands, they're apparently called green pep, which seems to be much more simple. I think she also turned out well, but I think the fly agaric is better. Which one do you like more? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.